let's unpack this. Today, we're taking a deep dive into some recent, pretty significant revelations concerning Sean Diddy Combs.
Right.
And we're specifically drawing from his lead attorney, Mark Difilo's first network interview since that big trial. It was on CBS News.
That's the source, yeah. A key interview.
Exactly. So our mission here really is to try and distill what Agnifilo shared. You know, get into Combs' current thoughts, his immediate priorities, and also some of his, well, future goals. And there's one particular goal his attorney mentioned that, honestly, it might make you pause. It's quite something.
Before we get to that, it's probably important to just set the legal context based on the source.
Good point, yeah.
So the New York jury, they found Combs guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. That's the conviction.
Okay.
But, and this is also crucial, he was acquitted of the charges seen as more serious sex trafficking and racketeering.
Right.
We're just laying out the facts as reported, the outcome from the trial itself.
That really grounds us, doesn't it? Because knowing that legal outcome, then we hear from Mark Agnifilo, his lead attorney.
Yeah.
And he gives us this window into Combs's thinking and his plans for the future, which, you know, you don't always get that direct line from the legal team right after a trial like this.
It's pretty rare, actually.
It is. So here's the detail that really grabbed the headlines. Agnifilo revealed Combs told him he's going to be back at Madison Square Garden someday.
Wow, Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. I mean, think about that. Just the sheer scale of that ambition, especially now. MSG. It's iconic.
It's a very grand statement, for sure.
Definitely.
And what's fascinating, I think, is how that very, very public goal sort of sits alongside what Agnifilo also shared about Combs' more private reflections.
Okay, like what?
Well, Agnifilo mentioned that Combs wants people to know he's been thinking about, quote, the blessings that he's been given.
Blessings, okay.
And also, quote, the imperfections that I think he sees in himself.
Imperfections.
So you see this duality, right? This public figure who's apparently grappling with both, you know, immense privilege and maybe some deep personal stuff, introspection.
That's a really interesting pairing of words, isn't it? Blessings and imperfections. What do you make of that specific language, especially coming via his lawyer?
Well, it's definitely carefully chosen language, I'd say.
You think so?
Yeah. Acknowledging blessings could be seen as showing gratitude, maybe humility, or just recognizing, you know, what he has.
Right.
But imperfections, that's a softer word than, say, mistakes or admitting wrongdoing.
Ah, I see. Less specific.
Exactly. It allows for that self-reflection narrative without maybe conceding specific points, legally or otherwise, which, you know, makes sense coming from an attorney in a public statement. It shapes perception.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay, so then Agnifilo also talked about Combs' immediate priorities, like right now.
Yes, the immediate focus.
He laid them out pretty clearly. Said Combs wants to, first, get out of jail. Makes sense. Then, reestablish a loving, present relationship with all of his 7 children.
Yeah.
And third, take care of his mother. It's striking, isn't it, how fundamental those goals are compared to, say, MSG.
Absolutely. It signals a real recalibration, maybe. The focus snaps right back to the most personal, foundational parts of life.
Family and freedom.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It suggests those are the absolute building blocks for whatever comes next for him. Personal recovery first.
Okay, shifting gears just slightly, Agnifilo also gave a broader description of Combs' character.
Oh, yeah. What did he say?
He described him as someone who's always going to strive to do something, you know, exceptional and probably demanding and challenging. That kind of inherent drive.
Right, the high achiever mindset.
Exactly. So if that's his nature, always pushing for the demanding and challenging, how does that fit with these very personal, immediate goals about family?
Well, that's where it gets interesting because Agnifilo actually connects those dots.
Yes.
And he basically reframes what demanding and challenging means for Combs right now. He said, and I'm quoting again, the most demanding and challenging thing in front of him right now is to get back with his kids and get back with his mother. And the people who love him and miss him. So that drive, that need for a challenge, it's not gone.
It's just redirected.
Exactly.
Bah.
Redirected from, I don't know, business deals or huge concerts to the deeply personal relational work. That suggests that, for now at least, rebuilding those family bonds is the ultimate challenge in his eyes.
So if we kind of pull back and look at the whole picture from this interview,
Yeah.
this deep dive really shows a fascinating tension, doesn't it?
Definitely.
You've got this huge public ambition, Madison Square Garden, very forward-looking, very Diddy, you might say.
Yeah, that persona.
But then right up against it, you have these immediate, incredibly personal priorities. Freedom, kids, mother, all coming after this major legal verdict.
It's a powerful contrast, the grand stage versus, the home front.
Hmm.
And it really makes you ask a fundamental question, I think. In situations like this one, where you have these legal battles crashing into personal lives, professional lives, what does a comeback truly mean?
Good question.
Is it defined by returning to that grand public stage, like MSG? Or is it more about the quieter, maybe harder work of rebuilding relationships, rebuilding a personal life?
Right. Which leads to the thought you might want to ponder after listening to this. When someone's facing these huge personal hurdles and their lawyer puts out both these massive public goals and these very intimate family needs,
Yeah.
which of those demanding and challenging paths, the public stage or the private reconciliation, actually matters more in the long run? For him, and maybe for how we, the public, see things unfold.